Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to the 12th edition of our consumer education series, Nivesh Kar Befikr, presented by India's largest online insurance innovator and advisor and your trusted brand, PolicyBazaar.com. Here we are going to raise some very pertinent questions. And what are those? Some of them we'll highlight. It's like, have you calculated your tax liability correctly? Are you aware of the various sections that you can invest in? What are the products that will help you get better returns and not just save on tax? And so basically to answer all these critical questions on the tax saving strategy, we have with us the domain expert Amit Chhabra today, who heads the health business. We have quite a few questions lined up for you, so we'll kickstart the session soon. The first question to you, Amit, is what would be your suggestion and tips for people to keep in mind while investing their money in insurance products? How should a beginner maybe, to start with, go about this thing?
I think it's very important to understand that the core functionality or the core agenda of taking insurance is protection. It's not
Correct.
saving taxes. So I think that is very, very important to understand. So when you're buying a product for yourself, be it a health policy or a life insurance policy, please understand the core objective is is protection. So be it protection of your healthcare, be it life insurance, but please buy a product which serves the core purpose first, which is protection. The fact that buying insurance helps you save taxes, that is an additional benefit that you get. And the reason is the government, everybody really wants more and more people to buy insurance, because buying insurance means that you're more protected financially in case there is a healthcare issue or somebody loses their life. At least their families are protected. So from that angle, that factor is there. But so while tax saving is there, but the most important factor is protection. So first make sure that you buy the right insurance product and then think about tax saving. Tax saving is just an additional benefit that you get out of buying insurance. There are two types of tax savings that you get if you buy insurance. So under Section 80C, you get health insurance tax benefit, and that can range from 25,000 rupees to 50,000 rupees based on who you're buying the policy for. We'll get into the details of it as we go. And you can save taxes up to 1,50,000 rupees as deductions if you buy life insurance. That's under Section 80D. So both of these can be used, and both of these can be used at the same time. So net in total, if somebody wants to save as much taxes as possible, you can save 1,50,000 from the life insurance and about 75,000 from health insurance.
Actually, elaborate the last part here. How much tax can people save by buying health insurance?
There is basically an age cutoff which the government has specified very clearly. So if you are below the age of 60 years, then you get a tax benefit up to 25,000 rupees. So, for example, if you buy a policy worth 25,000 rupees, then your income is is basically taken off from tax up to that amount of 25,000 rupees. If your age is, let's say, more than 60 years, or let's say you're buying a policy for your parents whose age is more than 60 years, in that case, you get an additional 50,000 rupee benefit. So basically, it's 25,000 for yourself, 60,000, or 50,000 if in case you're buying it for yourself and you're above 60 years. If you're buying for your parents, then it is 50,000 again. So 25 plus 50 is the maximum tax deduction that you can get is 75,000 rupees. There is obviously a very rare scenario where you and your parents both are above the age of 60 years and you're both buying a policy, in which case the maximum tax deduction can be up to 1 lakh rupees also. But that we understand will be a rare case. In most cases, commonly we have seen 25,000 for self and 50,000 for parents is how typically people save taxes.
We have a few questions coming in from he is Ravi Harod. He says, I have recently bought health insurance for myself and he's 28 years of age. His sum insured for the cover is 25 lakhs and my parents who are 55 and 50. The sum insured there is 50 lakhs. How can I use it for tax saving?
So the tax deduction that you get is based on premium, not on sum insured. So again, as I said, the limit is 25,000 for yourself and 50,000 for your parents, assuming parents are above the age of 60 years. So yes, up to 25,000 for yourself and 50,000 for your parents, you will get the tax deduction, whatever that amount is. One correction, I think I had by mistake mentioned 80C for health and 80D for life. It's the other way around. So the health insurance tax benefit is under the section 80D, not 80C, and life insurance is 80C.
He mentioned his parents. They are 55 and 50 years old. So yeah.
Okay. In which case, the maximum tax benefit you can get is 50,000 rupees in total, 25,000 for yourself and 25,000 for your parents. So in total, the maximum deduction that you can get is 50,000 rupees.
So it's simple math. Be there, so you don't have to worry a lot. We have another question coming in. What is the maximum limit in 80D, and what else can we use other than health insurance under this section?
So typically, if there is any healthcare, specifically medical checkups that, for example, you've done any diagnostic checkups, I understand they're also covered under the ambit of 80D, but the limits remain the same. So it's again 25,000 if you're below 60, 50,000 if you're above 60. But yes, you can use some of the other of your healthcare expenses also under the section 80D. There is a list of items over there which typically also are covered under 80D.
Obviously, during COVID it was way higher, but post-COVID, like November, December, September times, was the buying trend even aside, or has it become now higher? That mindset of buying insurance to save on tax should change, right?
So I think Apeksha, it has already changed a lot. Earlier we would see that typically a lot of people would be buying insurance during the Jan-Feb-March time period because this is the tax saving time period. However, this year has been very different because, and it's spurred a lot by COVID, I think, because COVID has made people realize that we are fragile and things can happen at any point of time to anybody. So from that angle, things have changed a bit. I think the other factor also there is during the time when there was a lockdown and COVID was at its peak, a lot of people had their income also impacted. There were job cuts happening, there were pay cuts happening, businesses were slow. So there was a fund crunch also, money crunch, which a lot of people also had. So people wanted to buy insurance, but they couldn't buy. A lot of people bought, for example, the Corona Kavach, which is a much cheaper version of health insurance and which covers only against COVID. A lot of those people are now coming in and saying that now that the money crunch is over, because the lockdown is also over and people are now are working again, they are now basically coming in buying a proper health insurance plan because they now don't have the fund crunch any longer. So that way, I think in the last 2 months, and I think that's how the trend is going to be going forward, we have seen a stronger demand than we saw at the peak of COVID because now the money crunch is now over.
We have another question from Ravi. He's saying, what is the minimum cover I should have to save on taxes? We have been discussing the very same thing. You should not be buying health insurance, any kind of insurance, just to save on tax. But Amit, would you like to throw some light here again?
So there is no minimum sum insured that you need to buy. The tax benefit you get is out of the premium amount that you are paying. So if you're, let's say, buying a health insurance policy and the premium amount is only 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees, you can do that. But the tax benefit that you get is only that amount, 2,000 rupees. So there is no sum insured limit or minimum sum insured that you need to buy. Completely depends on the premium amount that you are paying to the insurance company. But yes, the general recommendation that there is for everybody, specifically people who stay in metro cities, that you must have at least a 10 lakh sum insured cover per person of people who are covering. Like for example, if I'm buying a policy for me and my wife, then I should at least have a 20 lakh rupee sum insured cover. Because given how the medical costs are, given how the inflation is, and given how COVID and everything else is happening around us, that's the bare minimum that you must have.
So then we move on to another question that has come from Vaibhav. No, his name is Binod. He says, I do not fall under the income tax deduction category, but I have health insurance plan of 10 lakh cover. Should I declare it or should I wait till I come under that?
From a tax saving perspective, since you're already not in the category of of paying taxes, it does not matter if you declare it or not. Whenever you are in that category of paying taxes, that is when you must declare it, because you will get the benefit out there. But right now it doesn't matter.
You can please write in the question here in the live show. We'll take it one by one, and I see quite a few attendees who have joined us. So you can either raise your hand or you can type the question to come to you one by one. There's a question that says why IRDAI is not making health policy more transparent, similar to term insurance policy. I do not think that is correct, and Amit would like to throw some light on that.
Yes, I think that is. I don't think that is the case. IRDAI has actually taken a lot of steps around, making health insurance and term insurance both very, very transparent. So if you look around, there have been a lot of steps in the last 1 year around making health insurance easy to buy. There's been a lot of standardization that has happened. So now all policy copies, if you buy from any company, they look very similar. They look very, very similar. They have similar features. They've been standardized. There have been a lot of steps taken by the regulator to ensure that health insurance is easier to buy for you, and to make sure that you don't face any hassles later on after you've bought a policy as well.
Absolutely. One more question from Harish. If I could not declare my insurance premium for tax exemption with my employer, do I have to submit premium payments receipts while filing IT returns? This is more into the filing.
Yes, you can absolutely do that. You don't even have to provide the receipt at the time of filing the return. You just have to declare it. Receipts should be with you, so that in case in the future, if the income tax authorities want to look into the details, they can. But as such, all you can do is when you file your tax returns, you declare at the time of filing that you have invested this much in health insurance. So that is absolutely okay, and that money will to you as a return in a fund in most cases, because your employer might deduct taxes because they would have assumed that you haven't bought a health insurance policy. But you can absolutely buy a health insurance policy up to 31st of March, and at the time of filing the tax return, get the benefit of that.
Absolutely. We have Abhishek Kumar, who says, I'm an NRI, and can I save taxes by investing in health insurance in India? Yes, by buying health insurance in India.
Completely depends on your residency status. If you're paying taxes in India, then you can buy health and life insurance in India and save taxes as well. It's as simple as that. But obviously, if you don't pay taxes in India, then it's an irrelevant question. But if you're paying taxes in India, you can save taxes through these means.
Again, has a question saying some insurance companies offering 1 crore health insurance policy at very nominal premium. However, some other insurance companies are offering very less insured amount, same premium. So basically, he's trying to understand why are the 1 crore policies so cheap. So if you can help him understand that.
Sure. So there is, very, very important to understand. There is no catch in this. There is a lot of product innovation that has happened in the last few years, and that is the reason we are able to offer a high sum insured policy at a low cost. If you are buying a policy today for yourself, and let's say you're young, let's say 30-year-old, the chances of you claiming will typically be very less. Whereas as you age, let's say if somebody is 60-year-old, the chances of them claiming is very high. So if you think of it from that aspect, what you would realize is that the younger ones are actually paying premium and not taking a claim or taking less claims, whereas the elderly are taking more claims, and also so somewhere the younger people are subsidizing the premium for the elderly. That is where a lot of innovation has happened, and that's why a lot of these 1 crore sum insured plans are not available for people who are beyond a certain age. So it's only the younger customers who get these plans. And you get it at a very, very affordable cost because you're not subsidizing it for the elderly. So slightly technical answer, but yeah, but in short, there is no catch in this. This is perfectly okay to buy, and I think that is the ideal plan that one should go for. So if you're younger and eligible to buy a high sum insured plan, that is exactly what you should go for.
Absolutely. So basically, there is no catch here. It's plain simple out there. All 1 crore plans come really cheap, and there are quite a few plans now, right? Last year we saw 3 insurance companies coming up with these plans, so we can go ahead with them. Question from Nahor. She says, my daughter is 24 years old and diabetic type 1. She's presently working in a private sector and wants to know which is the best policy she can go for and get the maximum health and tax benefit, both.
Sure. So there are some plans for people who are suffering from type 1 diabetes also. Like for example, Star Health has a plan called Comprehensive. It does put a waiting period on diabetes coverage. So diabetes will get covered after 4 years, but
Hmm.
everything will get covered from everything else starts to get covered immediately. It's a fairly comprehensive plan. You get no room rent capping. There are OPD benefits as well. So it's a fairly comprehensive plan, and you can go for that. It will also get issued straight through, so there won't be any medical required. You can just go ahead and buy that plan online, and everything will be covered.
We'll take just one last question, Amit, if that's with you.
Sure,
It's from
sure, sure, we can.
It's from Jagmohan Kumar again. He says, I'm 28 years male from Delhi and I have Abdullah health insurance of 1 crore, for which I'm paying an annual premium of 9,500. So I want to ask, should I opt for a 20-25 lakh of a sum assured and just save the premium amount to just invest for wealth creation, or should I continue with the 1 CR policy?
So actually, the one good important question I think you have, but what's important to understand is the difference in premium between a 1 crore and a 25 lakh option will actually be very very minuscule. Like you'll probably save say about 500 rupees for the entire year. So the difference is not much, but at the same time, what you get is from 25 lakhs to 1 crore, 4 times the sum insured by paying this 500 rupees extra. So according to me, it is worth continuing with the 1 crore policy because that gives you a lot of peace of mind, and there is hardly any extra money that you are paying for it. So that way, it's better to just continue with the 1 crore plan.
Absolutely. It's better to continue with the 1 crore plan. Thank you everyone so much for joining. Thank you for your time as well. We had a lot of questions actually, and I think we missed out one or two. We'll surely take it up in our next session. And in case you guys want us to do a session on a particular topic, you can also messages here or mail to us, or whichever way you want to reach out to us through our callers as well. We'll definitely discuss that particular topic in our next upcoming webinar session. Thank you everyone for joining us.